I've always wanted to kick a duck up the arse. Hello everyone, welcome to Plok for the Super Nintendo. A little known game that came out, or was manufactured in Britain, in glorious Britain, Great Britain. Not really, not anymore. So here we get our storyline. It's a fab day, says Plok. This game was made by Stay and John Pickford. I think that it said their names right at the start of the video. It was the Pickford brothers anyway. And this game was sort of like, yeah, a precursor to another game. But we're going to skip the story because Plok has lost his flag and now he's off to find it. There you go, there's your story. And he thinks he sees it on Cotton Island, I believe it's called. So, just going to take a quick gander over there. And there it is. Easy peasy. So, that's the end of the game. Thanks very much for watching, guys. See you next time. Yes! Plok. It's almost like Rayman before Rayman, but it was come up with by the British developers, as I said. I can't remember if they had like a publishing house or whatever, if they just called themselves the Pickford Brothers. But yeah, look, so I'm losing my limbs with every thing, and I can bounce around with no legs and no arms. That's kind of graphic for a game. I would complain personally, because like I've seen Watership Down, and I know what the effects these kind of games can have on children. But that's the first level done. But it isn't his flag. No. So we're gonna have to search the whole island until we find the flag. And that's only the first part of the story. It's a soap opera. It really is. It's just such a fantastic fantastic layered story. Beginning with the searching of the flag.
You are tearing me apart!
Now these berries here, they give you life. If I punch it one more time, the berry will explode. And sometimes you have to do that to find a bonus level. Some of the berries have bonus levels hidden in them. I'm taking out these potato dudes, who you may recognise. They showed up in the sequel to the first Nerd Quest. That's the name of those old videos that I was doing ages ago with Artemis Benetton. They were called Nerd Quest.
It's good! Sometimes when I pull its tail, it says,
And that was where he came from. The little goofy potato. Goofy isn't the word I wanted to use, so just use your imagination. He really does look like a special... Oh, speaking of Nerd Quest characters, this guy was used as well. Rocky. Because he is a rock, I guess? Doesn't look much like a rock to me. 3 hits and he drops an invincibility jewel. Yeah, look at them, they're like such special needs potatoes. It's like, I am not a chip, I am a potato! That's a reference to something no one but me is gonna get. Unless the other person in question watches this. Hello if you do.
I am not an animal! I am a human being!
Who cares? So, we now have Plok. If we beat 4 levels and get 4 letters of Plok, we get a Plok continue. I get it, that's funny. But they don't function as continues in the traditional sense. As far as I remember, what they do is they take you back to the section of the game that you got to. So if I lose all my lives while here on Cotton Island, I will be returned to the start of Cotton Island. I think that's right. Whoop! The logs are the biggest pieces of shit in the first area of the game. They are pretty unfair, hella brutal, you might even say.
Let's wait for a snack, it fits on your back, it's long, long, long.
So you can see with every shell I collect, my yellow head is filling up. And there's the Plok continue. When the yellow head at the top fills up, we get an extra life. So that's good. What even is that? Is that like a square tire? What is that? Who knows? But yeah, this game came before Rayman, but I wouldn't put it past the French, because Rayman was made by French people. I wouldn't put it past them to have seen Plok and then decide, oh, that is a fantastic idea. And then they decide, well, we don't want to rip it off when the British man is watching us. Why has it become sort of Russian? I can't do French. As do most nationalities. How does one do a French accent? Like, oh, j'adore les petits froggies. And we will rip off the Plok games that the silly British have made. That's better. And then they're like, oh, hello British. Oh, we love your Plok game. Oh, so good. So very good. And now becoming Chinese. So, around the world in 80 seconds. So yeah, what I'm trying to imply is they probably waited till the British people, the Pickford brothers, turned their back and they're like, oh, we make a fortune, yes. We buy all the garlic we want. etc. dot. So, we're nearly at the end of Cotton Island already. I didn't think we'd get through it this quickly. Oh, there was a power-up earlier on I missed as well. Yeah, those presents contain super awesome power-ups. Trouble is, you still take damage, and this game is rather difficult actually. You would be surprised. Like, that's the thing about retro games, as you well know. Because the games obviously couldn't last as long as modern games could, they had to make them, you know, they had to make sure that people got their money's worth somehow, and they did that by making a lot of games brutally unfair and challenging. This game was one of them. But it's not really their fault though, because with the likes of Nintendo with their Mario games and all that stuff, they must have had like entire teams of people dedicated to smoothing out the difficulty curve, whereas more independent publishers could not afford such luxuries, so they just had to wing it, you might say.
Cause I feel so mad, I feel so angry.
In the case of Plok, I think they get the balance pretty good, but there's a couple of points in the game where it's just a little bit more than punishing, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is the last level before the boss of this world. I guess you would... That gets me every single time, but we can do this. It's not quite cheating. Oh! Oh! So if we hang around on this... I don't even know what it's supposed to be, but if we hang around on this platform, I think we can all agree that it's a platform. Ah! We should get health at the top. We just gotta dodge the bonefish until we get there. Happy days.
And you know.
Okay, that definitely leads to a bonus, but we're not gonna bother with the bonuses because then you're missing out on quality material. So, you can punch, you can jump normally, and you can somersault as such. And I can hear the logs. Like I said, in Cotton Island, the logs are your biggest enemy. But we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I think we'll get to the point we want to get to in this video. That would be helpful. Oh, excuse me, special potato. Scopy Tatty, that's your name. And Rocky is going to appear. See that sign's pointing backwards? That's how you know he's going to appear. Booyah! Oh. And my ping is 82. Yeah, that was serious cringe. I'm not being coy or anything. Nerd Quest 2, I seriously regret putting that in Metroid because it was, I made a point of like, right, I'm not even going to watch this until I'm doing the subtitles, and then I got halfway through the video whilst doing the subtitles. I thought, this is making me want to die. But, yeah, anyway, enough about that. So we reckon these dudes have our flag, the Bobbins brothers. Sounds very similar to Baskin Robbins, so hopefully they're going to give us ice cream. Maybe we'll get tonsillitis or something. What? Where do these tangents go half the time? I'll tell you. Nowhere at all. So, boss time. And there they are. Fun little fact about the Bobbins brothers. Later in the game you do a world that's in black and white. We're not going to get to that in this two-parter, so I can tell you, it's okay. And you fight the Bobbins brothers again, but there's 3 of them. But they're all in black and white. So we've got a red Bobbin brother, and a pink Bobbin brother, and a flawless victory. So what colour's the third one? Because they're all in black and white, so you can't tell what colour they're in. And I actually asked the Pickford brothers over Twitter, what colour is the third one? And they replied, good question! Exclamation mark. helpful.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets, how do they work? And I don't wanna talk to a scientist. Y'all motherfuckers lying and getting me pissed.
And now that we have the flag, we're going to call an end to the first video. Right about here. So now would be a good time to think of a super funny phrase to open part 2 with. Hello everyone, welcome back to Plok. Hello everyone, welcome back to Welcome back to Plok for the Super Nintendo. If you watched part 1, you saw that we got Plok's flag back. This is Plok in sentences creates tongue twisters. Uh-oh. So Plok has returned back to his own island, whatever it's called, and a bunch of fleas have replaced all of his flags with their own. Ah, those tricky fleas. So, that's pretty graphic. Punch the daylights out of every last one of them. That's pretty mean, Plok. But irrespective, our objective now is to go through all the levels and get all of our flags back. And some neat new features come into the game from this level onwards. If I press, I think it's L or R, no it must be X, you get little Plok wasps, and they help you take out these guys, the fleas. We have a new objective, as I say. We have to clear out every flea in every level that we go in. We can't leave a level until we've killed every flea. The flags aren't such a big deal, they take care of themselves. That just means get to the end of the level and you'll get your flag back. And this level has one of the many examples of top-notch music in a Super Nintendo game. And because not many people have heard of Plok, I think I'm sort of ahead of the curve here, so haha. So, as I said, a whole new layer of gameplay has been added with the inclusion of the fleas. We now have to explore every nook and cranny of the level to try and find them. And they each take 3 hits and they get their own invincibility frames, so you have to time your punches just right. While they're glowing red, you can't hurt them. But I've played this game rather a lot. Funnily enough, it was only, I think, maybe 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago at a push that I finished this game without cheating on the console. For whatever reason, I set up all my old school consoles and got a few people over and we started playing some of the older games. And when I had some time to myself, when I wasn't busy jacking it, I regret that immediately. I regret saying that wasn't funny. When I was busy not doing other things, I decided to play through this game solo, and I beat it for the first time in my life. Like, I can usually make it to just before the last world and then I die. More recently I can make it to the last world and that's when I start dying. Because you're forced into vehicles and it's hard to control and yeah, it's strange. So that's that. Now, we're pretty far along with Livin with Tism now, I should say. We've come quite a fair journey. We've covered a lot of games. And we're now entering the territory where the characters aren't in Smash Brothers, they're just games that I grew up on and like. So, if you don't like it,
just click that big X on the top of your screen. If you don't like it, don't comment.
shut it. I really can't stand those people. That really is like their only defense. Like,
If you don't like it, don't watch.
uh-oh. That was a trick that I forgot about. Yeah, but those people,
You're just a hater. You're just a hater. Hater.
there's a bonus in there. Screw it, let's just do it. This isn't a traditional bonus. In a traditional bonus, you're given a vehicle or a weapon, and you have to make it to the end of the bonus level with it without dying. If you do, you get a teleport to another area of the game. But we don't want to skip things, what's the point of that? But yeah, as I was saying, so we're now in the territory of games that don't have Smash Brothers characters. Although that being said, the Pickford brothers did start a campaign to get Plok in Smash Brothers, and I remember seeing it and going, oh, I would really like it, but it's just not going to happen, guys. You know, to get in Smash Brothers, your character has to be pretty much universally known as such. And Plok ain't. No offense guys, it's not your fault. It just isn't gonna happen, is it? But yeah, the reason I brought that up is that, you know Ness from Super Smash Brothers? The wee kid with the cap and the baseball bat? I was planning to do his game, which is called Earthbound, but the thing is, in my country, we didn't get very many Super Nintendo RPGs. As a matter of fact, I think we got next to none. We didn't get Super Mario RPG, and I missed a flea according to that arrow. We didn't get Super Mario RPG, we didn't get Final Fantasy VI, we didn't get Chrono Trigger, we didn't get any of these utter classics. Does that sound fair to you? What an idiot.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler?
And there was the flea I missed. Going too fast. But you know, gotta go fast, as that masterpiece of modern art says. Ugh, scared to fall in water again. So we're now, see those things there? I think they're supposed to be like canoes or boats, but they look like giant bits of alien fruit to me. They always did when I was younger. This game caused so many tantrums as a kid. Only slightly embarrassed to admit that. But now, it still causes tantrums.
These boots are gonna walk all over you.
Just not quite the same level. That's another advantage of doing Living with the Tism only for, you know, 2 videos. It does help, because then when I start to get proper raging, the video is due to end soon, so it's never too much of a problem. Ah! I do not enjoy these fleas. I don't enjoy any of the fleas. I don't enjoy fleas, period, personally. But if you get a power-up, like the flamethrower or the boomstick, or... Oops, didn't mean to do that, but it's alright, we basically had full health anyhow. Yeah, what was I saying? Can't remember. So when we hit those targets, we lose one of our limbs, and then we have to get them back from these little triangles. It's a very unique game, to say the least. Oh, this is a point where we have to use our invincibility frames. Quickly, get the health there, and over there. Quickly, Plok. Ah, oh well, close enough. Ah, no, don't you dare die.
You're too slow.
Oh god! Don't die, Plok.
You're too slow.
Right there, man. There. So now I just have to get over these spikes without a boo-boo. Oh, bugger. Ah! These little things here give us a free letter for the Plok. There we go. We done it. We showed them fleas who's boss. Bad syntax. Good for you, Plok. Gotta love that humour.
I'll be